Hey there, this is Sid and today we shall solve a SQL problem from StrataScratch. The title of the problem is Average Earnings per Weekday and Hour. This is listed as a medium difficulty problem and the idea of the problem is 2034. As always, we shall start by having a look first at the input tables. For ease of viewing, I have exported this input table to Microsoft Excel. So here is the input table in Microsoft Excel. It consists of a very large number of columns, but for the purposes of this problem, we won't really have to consider all the columns. The columns that are really relevant to this problem have been highlighted in blue. So the first one of those is customer underscore placed underscore order underscore date time. This gives you the date and time of each order. The next column that you would need is the order total. This, as the name suggests, is the total amount for that order. The next column is the discount amount. It tells you how much discount the customer could avail on that order. The next column is the tip. This is the tip that the customer added over and above the order total. And the last is the refunded amount, if any. So this order total column is the gross column. To get the actual or the net order, you would have to add the tip amount to the order total and subtract the discount amount and the refunded amount from the order total. So the net order total would be this plus this. From that, you subtract this, and that would give you the net order total. Now let's go back to the problem statement. It says that you have been asked to calculate the average earnings per order segmented by combination of weekday, all 7 days, and hour using the column customer placed order date time. So as I pointed out, this is the column customer placed order date time that contains all the relevant date and time information that you are going to group by or segment by as mentioned in the problem. You have also been told that the column order total represents a gross order total for each order. Therefore, you would need to calculate the net order total. The gross order total is the total of the order before adding the tip and deducting the discount and refund. So I already explained this. And finally, it says in your output, the day of the week should be represented in text format. So you should not say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Instead, you should say Monday, Tuesday through Sunday. Also, round the earnings to 2 decimal places. And this is what your output should look like: weekday, hour, and the average earnings. So as always, we have first solved this problem in Microsoft Excel. I shall walk you through the Excel solution, and once we understand the solution in Excel, we shall try to translate that solution in the language of SQL. So this intermediate table 1 is the first step toward the final solution. So as I pointed out, I have started off by simply copying the relevant columns, the columns that I highlighted in blue from the original input table. Next, I have created a few additional columns. The first of those is the net order total. It is computed by adding the total order amount and the tip amount, and from that by subtracting the discount amount and the refunded amount. So net order total is this plus this minus this minus this. That takes care of this column. The next column that we have computed is the day column. It extracts the day. It is a number between 1 and 7, Sunday through Saturday, which is computed from this date time value by applying the weekday function. Similarly, we have extracted the hour from the date time value by using the hour function. And lastly, we have converted this value for a day into an actual text for weekday by using a choose function in Excel. So now that we have the required columns ready, our final solution is just a pivot table away. To construct the pivot table, we have taken the column weekday, hour, and the net order total and grouped by weekday and hour to arrive at this final output. So I hope I was able to explain how we solve this problem using Microsoft Excel. So now let's try to translate this problem into SQL. As always, I have written the SQL query in Notepad++ because it's easiest to view it there. So as you can see, I have first extracted the weekday from the customer placed order date time column, and then I have extracted the hour from the same column, and finally I have done an aggregation on a combination of 4 columns: order total plus tip amount minus discount amount minus refunded amount. So since I'm doing an aggregation, I'll obviously have to group by the weekday column and the hour column, which is what I have done in the group by statement. So now I would like to walk you through the individual columns in the select clause. So for example, weekday is extracted from the customer placed order date time column by applying the date name function and supplying the first argument weekday. That will extract the weekday in a text format. Similarly, to extract the hour, I have used the date part function and supplied the hour as the first argument that will extract the hour from the same column. In the aggregation, I have taken an average and I have rounded it to 2 decimal places as was asked. And finally, I have done a group by. So I think this SQL query is fairly straightforward to understand. Let me now run this query in the editor and see what it gives us. So as you can see, Friday 0 hours was 50.02, which agrees with the expected output. Monday 0 hours was 40.32, same here. Saturday 0 hours was 74.41, which agrees with this, and so on. So I believe I was able to explain the solution to this relatively straightforward problem from StrataScratch. I'll keep coming back with solutions to more problems from StrataScratch. Till then, please stay tuned.